जयपुर वाया कोटा
कृपया ध्यान आपो अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत
Lucknow Junction.
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವರೆ
Hyderabad Express পরবর্তী স্টেশন নেতাজি ভবন कृपया ध्यान दियो
No Hardik, no problem. That's what everyone in Gujarat does, because someone always puts their hands up and says, we are here, we'll do it for you. Welcome back to Cricbuzz Live. I'm Saiyami Kher. I have Joy Bhattacharya and Lisa with me. How do they always do it? There's always someone who comes to the party when it's Gujarat.
It's another one, isn't it?
Yes.
They just go down the list and go, sorry, who hasn't played a match-winning performance? All right, your turn. Out you go. And Vijay Shankar today, like, what an innings. Put on the fireworks at the end and just struck it beautifully. 5 sixes. His setup, you know, we were talking, it looks exactly like Hardik Pandya. Very still, goes deep in the crease, opens up his front leg, which means he can access the Yorker. Any length ball, he deposited into the stands. Just so great to watch.
You know, like Lisa was saying, very still, just like Hardik. But Joy, something about him is very different, because this is not the Vijay Shankar we had seen who was playing for India.
Yeah, absolutely. One is that he looks as if he's lost a lot of weight. He's really looking slim, ripped, very, very fit. Secondly, I think the way he's played today, I mean, he's replicated his domestic form, and for a long time he hasn't got these opportunities. But again, I go back to what we said in the beginning, what you said about Gujarat. They believed in the players. And just because we're talking about Vijay Shankar, Sai Sudarshan as well, the faith they've given in these young boys and the way they're being repaid, there's no pressure on them. Everyone is enjoying them. Vijay Shankar's hitting those sixes. And look, one other interesting thing. Everybody knows Vijay Shankar's arc is, that's his arc. His arc is from straight to deep mid wicket. But the fact of the matter is, nobody's scouting him now because they think he's not going to play. Yeah. So the bowlers are not prepared for what Vijay Shankar is going to do, because, you know, Hardik is supposed to do it and David Miller is supposed to do it. But that's the beauty of Gujarat. Somebody will come and do it.
You know, you said it in one of the matches that, yeah, maybe not this game, not that game, but looks like they're not listening to you, because every game someone comes and shows up. Let's quickly have a look at the batting card and see who's done what, because Gill started beautifully. I was probably the commentator box cursed because I said I wanted to go and make that big 100. He made 39. He was looking really, really solid to go on for a big one, which didn't end up happening. But then there was Sai Sudarshan with the 53 of 38. Again, very interesting, took a lot of singles. And then, of course, there was Vijay Shankar who came and finished it off for Gujarat.
Yeah, the pitch almost turned at the back end of the innings. It became a lot slower. Spinners were able to actually get something out of it. And it looked like it was going to be about a 180 pitch. But the difference was Vijay Shankar. Yes. He just decided to go ballistic. But it does show you that there is something in the pitch if you can get the ball in the right area and if you can get it to hold a little bit. So that's what Gujarat will be hoping, whereas they'll be trying to make sure, Kolkata will be trying to make sure that they go hard at the top. They've got to now because they've leaked 200 runs.
I want to tell you 2 stats that I love. One is, in the last 10 overs, just 7 dot balls.
Wow.
Okay, that shows you the kind of productivity. 1 more wicket, 7 dot balls in a wicket. It shows you the kind of productivity they had. The second thing, 10 twos and a 3. And I've been tracking twos because twos is a great sign for how much you're prepared to push the fielders and push yourself. It's also, in an afternoon game, a purely physical product of your fitness as well. 10 twos, and I've seen most matches teams average 3 to 4 twos, even in night matches. 10 twos and 1 3 means you're really running hard. You're running that first hard, you're forcing the team to make mistakes. And so, when there was a slowdown, as when the spinners took their Sunil Narine did his magic, okay, it didn't hurt as much as it normally would have had they not run so hard and run so consistently. And you can see throughout, all those 3, you know, when in Sudarshan was there, even with Abhinav Manohar, they're talking to each other, they're encouraging each other, run faster, keep running.
No,
keep pushing the fielders.
You very correctly said this, because Sai Sudarshan was the one who had 29 twos in his innings, which is in 1 runs that he took, which is crazy, because he's somebody who was running really hard, and we could see that it was really hot out there. We could see them cramping, we could see all of that, but they were putting in the runs.
Yeah, there was an example of the fact that there was a misfield, I think at deep third, and they ran the first one okay, but he saw the misfield and he got on his skates and went. It kind of reminds me of Hyderabad in their highlight of David Warner and Johnny Bairstow.
Oh, they used to run so hard.
Those two were outstanding, and they kind of set the bench level. And no doubt these younger guys were up watching the IPL and going, hey, when I get my opportunity, that's how I want to play my cricket.
No, also, I think it's a team decision. Somewhere, somebody in the team is saying, run the first one hard, see where you go, push the field. They're hurting as much as you. It's even worse for them out there in the field. Push them, put them under pressure. 10, 2s and 3, outstanding running. I mean, and that's what happens, which means that your run rate dipped, but it didn't slow down completely. With that kind of pitch, with somebody like Sunil Narayan bowling, with the quality, Surya Sharma didn't bowl badly either. You would have expected, there'd be a standstill in the middle. That didn't happen. And then when the final overs came, the fast bowlers came on, just whacked them out of the stadium.
But just a little more on Sai Sudarshan, because he had interestingly said that Nehra ji and Pandya keep it very crisp with him. They don't have too many instructions. They keep it very crisp with him and they trust him and they say just keep your emotions in check. I think that's something about Hardik Pandya that really stands out, that he keeps his emotions in check, but it's really very mature of Sai Sudarshan to play the way he has.
Yeah, I mean, it comes from the top, doesn't it? And we've seen that as well last year, Hardik Pandya. I was so keen to see him as a skipper. What type of skipper will he be? And it is almost the poker face. He's not going to tell you how he feels as the game goes on. If anything, he has a smile on his dial the whole way through. When things are going well, when things are going poorly, he's smiling. So I think that means for teammates and younger teammates, they go, okay, my skipper's all right. He's not getting angry at me. He's not annoyed. He's not frustrated. Okay, I'll keep doing what I'm doing and I'll get better because I know my game. I know when I've performed well or poorly, so I'll make those adjustments.
I just feel Gujarat, I kept saying sophomore course, can they do it? Because, team of misfits, literally everyone, if you look at strength-wise in the IPL, first season they came on, and they did it. And you think, they can't do this twice in a row. Only one team did it once. I mean, somebody like winning with that kind of a team, maybe after Deccan Chargers and the first year, the Rajasthan team, nobody has been such an outsider and won it like they did last year. They can't do it twice in a row. And then they come and they do their best to prove you wrong. They're playing amazing cricket. And it's really fun cricket to watch. The way they're smiling, the way they're supporting each other, the calmness with which they're playing the game. I'm so enjoying the Gujarat team.
No, absolutely. I am too, because at the 10 over point when Lisa and I did the comp box, it almost felt like, okay, it's quite balanced, because I think they were 80 something and it felt like, okay, they're not bowled very badly. And like Joy also said that Suyash was bowling well, Sunil Narayan came and bowled really well. It was, later on when of course Vijay Shankar took it away, but here we have a look. Narayan again 3 wickets in his 4 overs.
Absolutely. Narayan was absolutely fantastic as usual. What happened today, though, was Varun Chakravarti didn't get his length. And I think, again, it's deliberate. They didn't allow, Sudarshan must have seen Varun again. Tamil Nadu, though they must be playing a lot of cricket together, though Varun doesn't play too much first-class cricket. But that's what, they didn't allow Varun Chakravarti to settle at all. So Suyash, again, is just like Vijay Shankar is not scouted that much. People are now, I can tell you, everyone's looking at video and saying, what does he do? Show me the ball. Where does he release? Everything. But they're not scouted as yet. And I think Suyash bowled really well. They will need Varun to come back and bounce back because he's a really vital part of it. Sunil can't do it alone.
But Lisa, you were chatting about Suyash Sharma. It's always so lovely to listen to everyone in between games because they speak like such technical things. But, Suyash's coach also said that what makes him stand out is his googly and his leggy are pretty much the same pace. That's what kind of sets him apart. What is it about Suyash that you think, like Joy said, everyone will be analysing him now?
Yeah, I guess when you see an action like that coming in, okay, you think, okay, he bowls past the perpendicular, so he's not gonna have a big turning leg break. So and he bowls a lot of wrong-uns. So they'll now start looking at, now he's got 2 games worth of footage to be able to kind of see what he does, and having a look just this game probably a little bit more closely. His leg spinner, he bowls outside off stump. He bowls a similar line. So then when the wrong-un comes in, it challenges the top of off stump. So that's what makes it really effective. And from a pace point of view, if you try and keep everything really similar, it is harder to pick up as a batter. You're really watching the hand, you're watching the fingers, you're watching the wrist. But if there's no little tricks being shown, then you try and see the seam. And he's very good at disguising those things.
You know, we'll wait and watch, and we'll all be watching very closely with what this young boy does. But there's one problem that Kolkata has had is the opening pair. You know, this is something, again, is a new, there's Jagdishan opening for them. So again, a new pair.
I just want to tell you something. They had a joy factor question downstairs today. They called it the GK factor question. They cut out my name.
Oh, no,
they cut out my face as well.
What?
And they said, how many opening combinations has Kolkata had in the last 2 years? And apparently it's 16.
Yes.
Wow.
So, yeah, so this is being discussed as we speak everywhere. Calcutta opening combinations, and everyone in Calcutta thinks that I have a chance. You know, they've given so many people.
Here we see this
Yeah,
because 16 innings and an average of 16.25. They've not found that one opening pair who gives them that start which they definitely will need today.
Yeah, they haven't, and they've kind of gambled a few times. And when they were successful, Sunil Narayan was the one opening at the top and just going big. But I think Jagdishan is probably a good inclusion. I think it's a great opportunity for him, given the amount of runs that he scored at domestic cricket, to now do it on the big stage.
Here we see Jagdishan in the domestic circuit. He had that big 277 that he scored. So he's coming out of confidence. Can he be the game changer today?
He can be, and if you look at it, it's a good time to be a player from Tamil Nadu. I mean, given the fact that how the others have done today, Vijay Shankar has done, Sudarshan has done. So I think Jagdishan is a confident young man. He's been waiting a long time in his chance, first in Chennai and now here. He could just surprise you, The only thing is, I feel that all things considered, the Kolkata bowling attack that Gujarat has is a bit more potent, and that's the one thing that we'll worry about, because today both Shardul looked off form, Umesh looked out of it, and Lockie also didn't give you that much. So that's the one difference. These fast bowlers that Gujarat have are right now, at least till last match, on the top of their game. So that's something Yash Dayal will probably join them out there, and because they're going to bowl, they'll probably have a substitution out there. So there'll be one more bowler, definitely one impact substitute bowler coming in as well. So this attack is a really good attack.
Yeah, Lisa, just to have Mohammad Shami coming in those power play, he's been so consistent, just constantly comes and gets those wickets in the power play, and he does it all so quietly. He's not very flamboyant and he's not all of that, but we can see the numbers here. What he's done has been phenomenal.
Yeah, economy rate of 6.8, and you kind of need that, don't you, when you're bowling in the power play? You'd expect that bowlers go for plenty of runs. He doesn't. But, what I love about him is his seam position. I mean, he's got to be one of the best going around in world cricket. And for any young fast bowler wanting to learn, where the seam position needs to be, where your wrist, your fingers, just watch him, please.
We spoke about Gill and how he's so beautiful to watch. For me, Shami is the bowler, like what Gill is to the batting, he is the counterpart in bowling, because he's just he sticks to the basics. He doesn't try too much. He's spoken about this a lot of times, that he likes to stick to the basics.
He's a fantastic cricketer. In fact, if you see his analysis, this 6.8, he was actually, in the beginning, they didn't know where to bowl him. So a lot of teams used him later. He's not your best death over bowler. Though he has a very good Yorker, but somehow he's not been good at the death. But up front, he's an absolutely sensational bowler. So 2, and if he's looking good, maybe even 3 up front is not a bad issue with him. And then get him for one more ball in the middle, one more over in the middle. Don't bowl him at the death. He's not by nature a death bowler. And the moment captains realize this, and Gujarat has done that very well, Punjab to a certain extent before that, they have started bowling him in the right positions. After that, he's been a force in the IPL. And if you look at it before this, he was not in India's T20 plans at all. It's literally after the way Punjab and Gujarat used him, as he just said, they thought he's only a test bowler, he's not going to be there for this format. But you see, if he's such a fantastic bowler, he can't not be there in this format.
No, because there is Shami up front, and then there is Alzaji Joseph who comes in the middle overs. So how do you deal with both these together?
Yeah, well, both are quite different in how they bowl, and Alzari is just such a powerful young man that he does bowl with some pace, and his figures so far in this IPL and the overs and where he bowls. So obviously they use him in the middle, and I think it's smart, because a lot of the time you've got Rashid Khan as well. So you've got literally, your fast attacking spinner that goes stump to stump, and then you've got Alzari Joseph, and you think, okay, well, who am I going to go after?
Exactly the point.
So you kind of go, all right, I'll go the youngster, and he's actually been able to execute. So he's got some really good skill sets. He's coming off, some wonderful form, and we know what that's like. You come into the IPL full of confidence, and you just want to perform.
We'll have a look at the impact list because, we all guessed that Josh Little will come in, and I've been given the news that he has come in for Sai Sudarshan, so no surprise there.
Yeah, and Venkatesh Iyer should probably be there for the Kolkata team. So knowing that, is Venkatesh Iyer going to open? That's a big question again. Because then your opening combination goes back to the old opening combination, because they've got Jagdishan's name there, but that's in the list of 11.
But that I think only you can answer, because what happens in the KKR dugout, you are the closest who will have answers to this.
So come on, crystal ball.
Have you got that message on the side?
No, I wish I no. Now if there's a message now from the KKR dugout, somebody's going to get
arrested. There's going to be a lot of problems.
Okay, so of course we have to go to our power play predictions, because we didn't do very well with our prediction in the last.
I was the closest one.
Yeah, I was only 40 runs off. What 40 runs?
Oh, but I've gotten news that Jagdishan is opening and it's not Venkatesh Iyer. So they're going ahead with somebody new again.
A new combination.
Yes, a new combination.
A new day, a new combination.
Yes.
They're going to have to go hard. So I'm going to go 63.
63.
51.
Oh, where are you going to go now?
Now I'm stuck. Now
We're not given it enough.
Okay, I'm going to go with 70. Because I'm going to be more positive, because they have to go for it in the beginning. Unfortunately, only Gaurav Kapoor got it right, and he's going to be patting himself in the back.
I'm not going downstairs.
Because he was bang on, but I think we need to up our game and somebody needs to be correct. We'll only find out once the game is over, but don't forget to join us at the 10-over point at the Cricbuzz Combox. I'll see you all soon.
Jaipur via Kota.
कृपया ध्यान आपको अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವವರೇ ಚೆನ್ನೈ
Hyderabad Superfast Express পরবর্তী স্টেশন নেতাজি ভবন कृपया ध्यान दो